Hello friend, I want to tell you about the Suzuki Swift car. The following engines were installed in the 5th generation Suzuki Swift: petrol 1.2, 90 and 94 hydrogen phosphide, 1.6 petrol, 136 hydrogen phosphide, sport version, diesel 1.3 DDIS, 75 hydrogen phosphide. Operation, opinions and faults. In the case of this model, it is particularly important to distinguish the concept of durability from failure. The Swift is not a durable car, but it is a car that almost never breaks down. If you take good care of it, it will last a very long time. If you neglect it, you will quickly need repairs. A great example is the gearbox, which sometimes has problems with bearing durability, although this has been improved compared to its predecessor. The reason: lack of oil change. It is best to do this every 2 or 3 engine oil changes, and in the case of models with a mileage of over 150,000 kilometers, it is best to change the oil in the gearbox together with the oil in the engine every 15,000 kilometers. It is worth putting even more heart into the 4x4 version, which additionally has an angle gear. It will not last long without refreshing the oil. Petrol engines practically do not require any intervention beyond regular servicing. However, neglect in the cooling area can result in a blown head gasket. If the car runs on gas, the valve clearance should be checked, adjustment with the so-called glasses every 50,000 kilometers. Another thing is the Fiat diesel. It is nothing more than a 1.3 multijet unit. If carefully serviced, it will last over 300,000 kilometers without major repairs. However, you really need to take care of it because this engine is quite sensitive to neglect, especially in terms of changing the oil. Checking the timing chain is mandatory at every service. And finally, the body and chassis. It corrodes, so you have to reckon with the need to refresh the anti-corrosion coating. If it is not there and you plan to use it for at least 3 years, including leaving the car outdoors, it is worth considering professional cleaning of the chassis and its protection. Otherwise, it will quickly lose its charm. And you have to remember that nicely preserved Suzukis hold their price very well. Common faults in Suzuki Swift: damaged interior parts, chassis corrosion, knocking suspension, typical diesel faults in version 1.3 DDIS. What to look for: cars without chassis corrosion, what to avoid, cars with bodywork repairs, and visible chassis corrosion. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know any problems with this car that I didn't mention, be sure to write about them in the comments.